Okay, there we go. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Do, 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 do. So far, one thing that makes me really happy about using this shit is I don't have to worry about if anybody happens to try to even hack my Epic Games account because I don't have any information in there, like my credit card information. Thing that I don't like though is Epic Store, as far as I know, doesn't have like any money cards like uh Steam code, like you know how you can buy the Steam cards for like $20 or $50 and shit. That's how I slowly put money onto my Steam account. Every paycheck or every other paycheck, I grab a $20 card and put it on my Steam account. Just let it sit there. Um, but in this, only thing that tempts me to put any of my credit card information or anything into here is only one thing, and it's the one thing that I might need for making it so that once I have my scene set up for the studio, I just been calling it my studio, my virtual studio, or whatever you want to call it, um, is this thing right here, Twyworks, um, which has a shitload of different nodes that are already, well, functions right here, breaks, da, 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 da. All the little F1s have are functions. These, well, it says break Twitch user, break Twitch. Um, this makes it so that it could do different stuff whenever people say it's different, even specific things if I wanted to put in there. Um, do the thing for whenever somebody cheers, how many bits it is. Um, I don't know much about the Twitch badge one yet. But like messages where the body says this, or else I can have it so if a specific person says a specific thing, it will trigger an event. um, then you can even break it down even further, which I think the badges might, because that's an array right there, that square one. The badges might be able to be broken down to like if there's a subscriber or a VIP. But then I also have, or else if there's a specific level subscriber, like a year long subscriber or whatever, what color the author's name is, what the display name is, what the actual name is, if they're a mod, if they have turbo, if they're using, if they're a regular subscriber, user ID if I happen to have that, user type. Um, so there's a few different things could be triggered from that. This is just for trying. This is just shit for logging into your account because whenever I move on to getting this, that will eventually most likely, because making all this shit would take a while. Um, and I'd have to go like in depth. I think I probably have to learn more about C++ to get this stuff going. But whenever I move on to doing something like this stuff, I will have to make a developer account for Twitch, and this will be technically considered an application slash extension for Twitch. Um, so that's like this Twitch login thing here will need a developer account. Um, and for connecting to Twitch, and you can set stuff up for if it succeeds in logging in or also fails. Um, does a few other different things, different credentials in there. Breaks, auth token, username. If I remember right, we'd have to take there. Boop, boop, boo. Be the other way around. I had to rewatch the tutorial. There's just so much shit that you can do with this one, and a lot of work went into it. Enabling only chat, all the different commands that you can do from the creator dashboards here. So I guess technically I can make like a bunch of buttons on screen that I could map out to. If I need to ban somebody, I could just click the name and click that ban thing instead of having to type into my own chat. But yeah, that's probably the only thing that I am tempted to buy, and that's $25 right there. And they've kept up on it. 4.15 to 27, then 5.0 to 5.4, which right now 5.41 is the latest. I don't see any other updates. Downloads. You can always download an older version if you want to. That's sort of nice thing is like I said, Anti-Fighter 3 here. It's got to do in 5.1 because some of the extensions, well, the plugins for getting my VRM to work in there hasn't been updated since 5.1. Yeah. But it's probably gonna take a while to open. Exciting, but also much. How long is this gonna take me? One thing I still have yet to actually get working again is my shape keys for the base toggles and stuff. And then cat ears. Like whenever my model, like you can see it in that picture there before it got covered up by the launcher here. You can barely make out that the ears are out, and same for the faces are on in front of my visor. And I'd like it to look like it's on the visor, but I've yet to figure out how animating the visor that it just like comes up on there. And it's not even so much a thing with my model itself, it's the thing with Unity that I need to try to figure out, because that's where the shape key shit comes in. And the thing is, if I pulled my model from Blender right to Unreal Engine, I'd probably be able to mess with that stuff no problem. But I don't know what all changes whenever I turned my model into a VRM in Unity for using with VC Face. That's like the thing that sucks. Like all of the tutorials are just the cut and dry of you do this, this, and this. It doesn't explain anything about what it does or why it does that. So yeah, I think one thing I might have to do is just redo the entire fucking skeleton for this one, or else the next model I work on, well, that I'm still slowly working on, just go with a regular old armature for that one. And whenever I port it to, well, I need to see if there's a extension for an add-on for a Blender that's up to date with the VRM stuff. I really, really, really wish Blender would just make the VRM stuff part of their normal file extensions. As far as I know, it's still stuck at the point that you have to get a plugin, add-on, whatever. This is plugins, add-ons for Blender. You gotta get an add-on for Blender to import, export a VRM. which can be obviously a bit of a pain in the ass. Oh man, it might as well. Put a marker in. I'll definitely say one thing: splitting up my streams last couple times have been a bit pain in the ass. Because you guys know how I like to highlight the VOD afterwards so that they don't disappear and keep my stuff archived. I've also been splitting things up based on whether or not I'm playing a game or else I'm doing Blender stuff or Unreal Engine stuff. But porting it to YouTube isn't that big of a deal. Getting it to Rumble though, I gotta download the damn thing, which one video by itself usually takes a bit. Two just fucking sucks. I forgot that I was messing with the club. There he is. There's Craig. Hi, Craig. But yeah, you can see here that my the faces are there, and surprisingly, it's already picking up my head movements and stuff. But once I hit that play, it will go to how it looks whenever I don't have the ears up. Yeah, the VOD to YouTube stuff, exporting it to YouTube isn't that bad. I almost always have it set to just private so that it gives it time to fully load up to YouTube, and then while it's exporting it to importing it into YouTube, I'll go to my YouTube studio and go through that, put it on the correct playlist because I keep all the stuff in playlists. And then I'll go down further. I'll make sure to take the thing that says no AI bullshit's happening in this video because I refuse to use this stuff. Technically speaking, down the line here, there will be AI in the stream, but it's going to be AI pathing. And that's going to be for the tank, which I have yet to port over still. The tank is going to be sort of like a Roomba. But it goes around blowing shit up. So I'm going to try to, once I get my actual place made, I'm going to try to give it some pathing, so go around randomly. So basically I just want to try to give it enough AI that it will move in all 8 directions, and if it bumps into something, it will just continue on. But then there will be tracking that, like, if an object is marked as trash, but it's below a certain plane, it will target it and then blow it up, and then it gets decimated it gets obliterated on the screen. So there's going to be AI pathing for it, and then there's going to be tracking to it. That's it. No using AI to make my model and other shit, which now it's gotten to the point that people can make models from the stuff, but it takes several tries, it seems. I've read. Just people being too lazy to learn. But one thing that still gets me is the ears. Ears aren't fixing for whatever reason. And that's another thing I find weird with this. Is if I take the file, and I port it in, well, the FBX that I used for Unity, and I port it in, it works fine with the textures. But because of the difference in stuff, after it's been turned into a VRM, it won't pick up the head tracking. So yeah, that's a bit annoying. Uh, oh yeah, you can also set platforms. I could technically make this for an Android phone if I wanted to. Or any other iOS, HoloLens, Linux ARM 4, TiVos, Windows. Um, so essentially what I'd like to be able to do is, once all is said and done and I like how things are, I can package it and turn it into an executable that all I have to do is just launch that instead of having to open Unreal, well, open Epic Games Launcher, and then open this. And preferably, if I could get VC Face out of the loop as well, then that's even less stuff I gotta launch. Then just be OBS and that. Pulling up Task Manager. The usual. Most of my stuff's being eaten up by Chrome, but Unreal is eating a good bit of it. Chrome, again, GPU. OBS, the biggest pull on that. Surprisingly, Unreal's not much of a pull for the GPU. CPU, with the Unreal hitting. So if I could knock out VC Face, that'd be one big thing that I don't have to worry about. Then wouldn't have to worry about having the editor opened, wouldn't have to worry about having the launcher opened, and all this stuff from fucking OBS is, base OBS is that stuff, but all these, like all the 15 things there, I end up tinkering with stuff. It's for each and every browser source that I have. So that's yet another reason why I'm really hoping that I can just get it down to just, if I can launch it from my desktop, I'll have all this other shit that I'd start up. I could possibly even get rid of a lot of the shit that's on my OBS, and all the Twitch redeems then become things that happen in the program. So being able to get a yeah, there's me. Textures. He's got the ear texture there, but it doesn't work for whatever reason. Just check. It always takes a bit for a new thing to open up whenever I got several other things running at the time. Yeah, of course, Nvidia's got a fucking graphics update. On driver update. Setting up chat was probably the easiest part of it. Make a widget. Look for web browser. Then you just drag and drop this thing down to below there. Is this the right one? Yeah. So you can't have it again, but you drag it down and then open up. You put in your URL for chat, and that's that. Allow transparency. Ta-da. That is actually action stream chat right there. That's the stream chat. Then I had to actually learn how to parent objects in this so that Craig here stays with the jar. As it's parented to the jar. Now I move the jar around, Craig stays in it. Fine. Probably you could do like a copy paste sort of thing for this and make the like I said, one of my ideas for just having chat on a TV screen sort of thing in the background, then take the Twitch Guru shout out player, have that and like little side panel screen thing, whatever. Stream alerts as well for like whenever somebody follows or raids, which I might even do something specific just for raids. In the back. Yeah. Got the teddy bear, which might be scaled down. And it's funny, but at the same time, like, I need to figure out how the hell I'm gonna fit this into everything else. And there's the jar itself, and I end up noticing something. You can see right through the top and the bottom. That's because I didn't make it hollow. I wanted to save on those damn vertices, and I forgot something so simple as that. But that's the way it is. Way I most likely have it, I'll have Craig sitting on a shelf or something behind me. He's supposed to be animated, but bringing him over, sort of, I need to figure out why it didn't animate him. But my practice scene, well, not even practice scene, but like, I guess you can just call this loading bay. Freaking ads. We'll wait for ads to finish here then. And welcome back from ads. Caught me looking through stuff, see if there is a thing to set that damn streaming textures thing. Maybe it's the build. Plus stuff, so you can always do the C++ class. And also have it so it opens in Visual Studios. Man, I might just, after I get done with it, because I'm still working on learning JavaScript. I want to finish doing that before I do anything else. I'm about an hour and a half into the 8-hour long video that I've been going through slowly. basically after I do that shit with learning Java, I might go into, well, JavaScript, might go into learning C++, see if maybe I can figure out how to make some of this shit myself without having to buy it. Or depend on add-ons that other people made. Cinematics, because you can use Unreal Engine for making videos and stuff now too. Add some to what all you can do. Another thing I don't like is whenever I close the program, how it doesn't continue reading chat, like it doesn't read the backlog of it at all. I wonder if there's a thing with that I can check. Children. Enabled is another thing you need to make sure. Remember, see visibility. Bah. Because whenever Unreal tries to open back up, it ends up going through trying to open the tabs that you had open as well. What was it? Where was it? Plugin. Yeah, web browser. Gotta make sure the web browser plugin is enabled. That's one of the things that's like packaged with Unreal Engine. Oh well. Alright, so I've done enough of my belly aching about this stuff, so I guess. Let's see about read stuff. Dun, 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 dun. Who have I narrated con? Cats went offline. Ah. Corey, I don't think I've rated yet. I haven't rated him for a while. Yeah. We have Corey's Moon. A raid. He's currently playing some Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Hey, Buckus. Caught me just as I was getting ready to raid out. Follower, subscriber only. Sorry, I do not like rating out the people that do that shit. Sonny. This Wuthering looks just like fucking. It's a MiHoYo game. Exact same damn layout and everything. Copy paste, whatever gets you the money. Don't think past it further. Before I forget. Give Bacchus a shout out as well. So, for those that are subscribed, there's the raid message. For those that aren't subscribed, we have a global version of the raid message. You can use any emotes you want, global, your own, somebody else's, I don't care. As long as you have fun with it, and give the hellos to Sunny. She a good bean. But yeah, you guys all take care of yourselves.